Hey, what's going on everyone? Entering Infinity here. Today I'm back with a brand new video to discuss episode 9 of Bleach's 1000-Year Blood War anime. And I'm so happy to say that we're 9 episodes in and I have not been disappointed a single time throughout this entire run so far. They've done such a phenomenal job. I'm just so blown away and I'm so happy with the product that we've gotten so far. I just want to preface this video by saying that. So the episode starts off where Shunsui finds out that Central 46 has made him the next head captain, which was pretty funny because, you know, he's typical Shunsui who just wants to live his best life. Is like, oh man, really? Now I have to have more responsibility. So that was like a funny little moment. That's just totally in character for him. But at the same time, I think it's such a super interesting situation to replace head captain Yamamoto because it almost feels like, while Shunsui is probably one of the, top 3 people that would be the best suited for the job, it just feels like you could just never replace head captain Yamamoto. Like, it just doesn't feel the same. So it's like so weird to think of someone else being head captain now. It just, for me, like, it just doesn't feel right. It's like so weird. But yeah, then we see as soon as he gets the job, he goes right at Central 46 in his little meeting where he's saying that he's pretty much taking 2 lieutenants and they were not really happy about it. And he also said that he wants to train up Kenpachi Zaraki's to be able to use his Zanpakuto properly, and they were not happy about that because they're like, well, what if he revolts? We won't be able to stop him. We yelled at Yamamoto for teaching him how to do kendo for just one single day, which is pretty crazy. And then he had the best comeback ever. He's like, well, the next time they attack, we're not gonna be able to stop them, so are you guys gonna be able to defend yourselves? And they were just had nothing to say. So that was pretty hilarious. And then we get a huge reveal that Captain Unohana is actually the first Kenpachi, and her name is actually Yachiru. So I remember that being such a ridiculously huge moment back in the manga, because everyone was just so blown away. We always knew that there was more to her that we didn't know, but that was just so crazy. And they've kind of alluded it a little bit because they actually had that, new anime only flashback of the first ever captains of the Seirete, so that was pretty crazy, and we see her there just being an absolute savage. So you know that there's more than meets the eye with her, and then she just comes in and gives this death look, and it's just so epic and badass. It's just crazy, and saying that she's pretty much going to lead his training, and that kind of segues to kind of the later part of the episode that we'll get to. But then it cuts to Ichigo and Renji, being up at the Soul Palace with the Zero Division, which was really cool to see. So they finish their healing, and they have a lot of funny little moments there. And then they move to the next section with Kirito, and then they get to eat the food. And the animation just got so insane when she was cooking the food. I don't know why, but it just looks so good. I just wanted to jump to the screen and eat that food. Everything looks so phenomenal, and the animation, the art for it just made it look so incredible. So shout out to that scene. That was looking so good. Along with Kirito after her transformation, which was another absolutely hilarious part when Ichigo Renji reacted to her slimming down and that whole supermodel transformation that she had. It was comedy gold. I absolutely loved it. And Bleach always just does such a good job of balancing the serious moments with really good comedy, so I really always appreciate that, because you have such heavy stuff going on at the Soul Society, and then you have such light and funny moments going on up at the Soul Palace with the Zero Division. So it was just such a good balance in the episode. It was just so funny. So then once they regain their strength in their body and they eat up, then we kind of cut back to now the Soul Society. And I like this change that they made from the manga, because the manga, they actually continue on in the next part of the Zero Division in the manga, but they actually switched up the order and they kind of cut to the Kenpachi Zaraki and Unohana stuff, which I really appreciated, because I was not expecting to get that in this episode. I thought that was going to be next episode. So it was just so crazy that we get that. Zaraki shows up to the special training area that we had, and we get to see their interaction, which was just so cool. It makes me think, how long did Kubo have that planned out, that was going to be Unohana's backstory? I wonder if he had that planned out all along, or he just kind of worked it in during the final arc. So I would have loved to see some kind of foreshadowing and kind of Easter eggs along the way with the two of them that kind of led up to this point, because I felt like the two of them never even interacted, were ever in the same room by themselves, or ever even spoke to each other up until now. So it would have been nice if there was a little bit of breadcrumbs along the way to kind of get to this point. But either way, I absolutely love this part. Like I said in the Yamamoto Bankai episode, that was one of my top 5 things I was looking forward to the most from this arc. And the Unohana and Kenpachi Zaraki stuff was also in the top 5 things I'm looking forward to. It's going to be such an amazing episode next week. I am so excited. The art and the animation looked absolutely incredible. The lighting and the art style and just everything was just so gorgeous. Like, I just like couldn't get enough of this episode. It was just so incredible, and I can't wait to see them, you know, really go ham in the next episode. And I remember from the manga, like, this fight was like very confusing because the setting was so dark, and just like the different abilities, the way they were kind of drawn, and the way Kubo uses his art, he uses so much dark coloring, and I just remember it being like very kind of hard to follow at times. So I was always looking forward to, since like 10 years ago, for the anime to come out, where it would be a lot more easy to follow, being that it's kind of like realized and animated as opposed to trying to like figure out on like a manga panel. So I'm really excited to kind of see this whole fight go down, and I hope they kind of flesh out and explain things a little bit more than they did in the manga, not to give anything away, but we're in for some really awesome stuff coming, and I'm just so excited. So I'm really curious, what did you think of the episode? Were you happy with the order change and kind of all this stuff? Were you blown away by this reveal? For all you anime only fans, you know, I'm not going to spoil anything from the manga in my reviews, but yeah, some really awesome stuff. So if you stayed till the end, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed the video, do me a huge favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the episode, and I'll catch you all in the next one.